Hey, how you guys doing? My name's TB, and today we're gonna be reviewing episode 42 of My Hero Academia Season 3. And before we start, I just wanted to let you know that I was looking forward to this. This that you see on the screen, I was waiting for this. I didn't know when it was gonna happen, but it happened this episode, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I was so happy that we finally got to see it happen. It didn't turn out the way that I thought it would, but I'm glad that we got to see it happen. So in the beginning of this episode, we have the 4 students from Class A being taken by Eraserhead for more special training because they suck. I mean, they're good, but they're not as good as the rest of their class, so they need more special training. And then they get a message from Mandalay through her quirk. It says that they're in trouble, that there's villains here, and that they need help. So right away, Eraserhead tells them to stay there, to not move, because he doesn't want them to get hurt in the fight. But as soon as he leaves the building, Dabi just comes in and just blasts him straight in the face with some fire. And I was like, wow, that was cheap, but it was smart. From the very beginning of this episode, and even last episode, the villains are playing this really smart. They're going after the pro heroes first and getting them out of the way, so then they can handle the heroes that are being in training. The heroes of Class A and Class 2B that are trying to train their quirks to be better. They think it's a game. We don't know exactly what they're trying to accomplish yet, but they're taking out the key people first. They're taking out Eraserhead. They're taking out Pixie Bob. They're taking out all the pro heroes that could get in their way. After that, we get back to the main scene there, not in the forest, but close to the campsite. We have this one this one little bit of dialogue from Spinner, and I'm just like, really? This dude is a girl? She calls him Big Sister, implying that this is a woman and not a man. I don't know how true that is, but that's what it says there. So okay. Midoriya says that he knows where Koda is, so he's gonna go save Koda. He's gonna go deal with that, because everyone there has got quirks. As far as he knows, Koda doesn't have a quirk, although we see later that he does. And then we go back to the forest for a little bit after that, and we see that Momo actually came in clutch. I was wondering how they were gonna deal with the poison gas that's in the forest. She uses her quirk to make some masks, which is a smart idea, because it's pretty much what Himiko did, so she didn't get affected by her own quirk. And then we have something from Tetu, which I thought was really cool. Even though he was told by Mandalay to not fight, he's like, we gotta prove that we actually can get stronger and that we know what we're doing, just like Class A. We took the same exam, we're in the same school, we had the same curriculum. Why are we not as good as them? And he's like, oh, it's because we didn't get a chance to prove ourselves by fighting villains yet. This is our chance. We need to take our chance, just like Class A, was able to have their chance. So he's not going to back down. Sort of the same mentality that Bakugo has when we see him later in the episode, and I thought that was really cool. After that, we learn a little bit more about Koda's parents, specifically who they were killed by. They were killed by Muscular. I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting them to be that closely connected, but we see a little bit of a flashback of the news and what's going on through Koda's mind when he's up there on the side of the mountain on the cliff. And we found out, yeah, Muscular killed his parents. So obviously he's upset about it, and he's scared because he's right in front of his face. And then we see Midoriya just come in. He zips in like he always does recently. He uses his quirk, his full cowl, to increase his speed to get to where he needs to get. Usually in the nick of time, he saves him. And then he declares that, I'm definitely gonna save you. Nothing's gonna happen to you while I'm around. I thought he was gonna say the same quote that All Might said. It's okay. Why is it okay? Because I'm here. I don't think he's at that level yet. But you could tell that like he's confident. He wants to do this. He wants to be like All Might. He wants to save people with a smile, right? And then we have the episodes all around. Actually, this whole season's been doing that a lot. They've been switching from here to there, this situation to that situation, because there's so many people to cover. So they're never on one person for too long. So they go back to the forest. Bakugo and Todoroki are there, and they see Moonfish in front of them. They're like, oh, well, who was in front of us? Because this villain is like, he's munching on an arm. And they say that I think it was Shoji and Tokiyami that were in front of them, and you see an arm on the floor like he's about to eat it, like Moonfish is about to eat this arm, and it looks like Shoji's arm. We don't know if he's dead. I don't think that he's dead, because he has his quirk. He has like multiple body parts, so maybe this is just one body part. I don't think that he died here. And then, like I was saying before, you see Bakugo. He's like don't fight? How can I not fight after seeing this? So next episode, we're probably going to see them fight, because this episode focuses a little bit more about Midoriya and what he's doing with Muscular. Then again, we go back to the campsite and we see Spinner and we see Magne just fighting, and he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna catch us off guard again with the same trick," because now they know how his quirk works. Maybe not 100%, but they know it's kind of like telekinesis. He can basically pull and push people. So he pulls Mandalay close to him, and then Tiger comes in and just punches him in the face, saying, "You're not gonna mess us up again like this." And then Mandalay says, "I've sent my telepath quirk to everybody, but for some reason Ragdoll isn't responding, and she responds right away all the time." And then we get a view of where she's at, and there's blood everywhere. There's like pieces of, I don't know, like pieces of her, I guess, just laying around. And I hope that she didn't get killed, because honestly, her quirk was really important, because she could look up to 100 people and know their weaknesses and know everything about them. I thought that was going to come in clutch, and now it seems like she's taken out of the game. That sucks. That really does suck. In this episode, we see a couple people get hurt, but no like confirmation that they died. So I'm hoping that she didn't die. And then for the rest of the episode, we have we focus on Midoriya and Muscular. In the beginning of the fight between Midoriya and Muscular, man, he's taking them to Pound Town, like for real. He's punching them, he's kicking them up against walls. He's like, all Midoriya can do is really dash out of the way and make sure that Kota doesn't get hurt. He gets his arm broken, his left arm broken at the beginning, and then he's like, "Oh, I see how your quirk works. It's kind of like mine, except for mine is much better. Mine's a superior quirk." And then he just proceeds to punch him and kick him against the wall, and he's just like, "This is ridiculous. This is not even a fight." And then we see Kota say that, "This is the reason why my parents died, because of people like you." And the Muscular is like, I don't really get what you're saying. Why are you shifting the blame onto me? Kids always do this." And then he goes into this thing of, this is just, your parents dying is just a result of us both doing what we want to do. I want to be a villain and kill people, and they wanted to be heroes and stop me. And because they try to stop me, they're going to die. And now you're going to die, just like your parents. And then that obviously makes something go off in Midoriya's head. He makes him remember why he's here. And even though he may not be strong enough to do this, that he still has to try. And then Midoriya's like, "Oh, you're wrong. What you're saying isn't true. Because being a hero is about making, the things that you say a reality, not just saying them, but actually doing them." Because obviously he's part of the League of Villains, so he has a mentality of that they're all fake heroes and they're not really doing things the way that they should be doing, or the way that I guess they think they should be doing. So he hits him with a 100%, Detroit Smash, and I thought that this was gonna do some damage, because every time that Midoriya did 100%, he would always destroy whatever. He would hurt himself, of course, but he would always destroy whatever it is, the target that he's punching. And it doesn't do that much damage. He blocks it with his Muscular quirk. And then Midoriya gets surprised by that. And then after that, we have this one scene where he looks like he's down for the count, man. He really does not have that much strength left. And he goes into this mode of thinking. I like, the time kind of stops for a little bit. You see it there. I like when they do this for Midoriya, because it emphasizes that he's not just his quirk. He was this way before he received his quirk from All Might. He thinks things through. What can I do? What can I do? What's the best thing I can do in this situation? He thinks about, maybe he could run to Eraserhead, and Eraserhead can erase his quirk, so he's easier to fight. And he's like, "Oh no, I can't do that. He's too strong. He'll catch up to me." He has this whole thought process of what he needs to do, and then he eventually, realizes that no one else is coming. I got to do this, and if I don't do this, then Kota's gonna die, and I'm gonna die. So resolve, and then he goes in to protect Kota from Muscular's, from his attack, because he's not joking around anymore. He was playing before, but now he's being serious. So he fights him, and then you have this awesome clash there on the screen. And after that, you see that it wasn't enough. Midoriya's 100%, Detroit Smash wasn't enough. And then Kota, we see his quirk now. He's just like his parents. He can shoot water from his hands. That kind of distracted Muscular a little bit for Midoriya to realize that he really he kind of gets like a power boost because he realized that after Muscular said that he's gonna kill him, like, just wait a second, wait for me, because after I'm done with Midoriya, I'm gonna come to kill you. Midoriya's like, no, you're not. You ain't gonna kill nobody, not today. So he does a 1,000,000% smash on Muscular. Not 1,000, not 100,000, a 1,000,000%. I didn't even know that this was possible. Oh my god. It was great. It was really great. It was his moment to be like, I'm actually getting better, at this. And he gave it his all. I can't wait to see what damage it does to him. Like, in the preview, they have him running away with Koda for the next episode. But, like, what does a 1,000,000% one for all punch do to Midoriya if a 100% messed him up? Like, I don't know. Both his arms were broken. Like, what's gonna happen? And then you have Koda have his moment where he's like, I didn't think anybody was gonna come to save me, but you did, and now you're my hero. And that's the end of the episode. It was a really great episode. I feel like every time we get a new episode, it's better than the last. But I guess that's a good thing. Guys, tell me what you thought about this episode. Tell me what you're excited to see. When Muscular was fighting Midoriya right before the battle started, he said that he was actually looking for Bakugo, and I'm wondering why that is. I hope that's something that we find out. Their hair is kind of similar, so maybe they're related. Bakugo has always had kind of a mean streak, so for whatever reason, Muscular is looking for Bakugo. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, yeah. I'll see you guys next week.